लोगों से भागने वाला मुख्यमंत्री आज, मैं तो कहूं कि प्रेस से भी भागने वाला, क्योंकि जवाब देना पड़ता है।
Modi's one-man show that would eventually see him brewing tea in 7 Racecourse Road became apparent when Gujarat politics slowly turned entirely Modi-centric. The stage became a laboratory for Moditwa as the CM offered Gujaratis casteless Hinduism and speedy economic growth. His rise was phenomenal. The man who is now set to be Prime Minister started piling his election victories from his home turf. As his election victories piled up, his stock soared. He won in 2002, 2007 and once again in 2012. He is now Chief Minister of Gujarat for the 4th term. The first signs of Modi thinking nationally came in 2012. And then, after his 3rd consecutive victory, he started addressing supporters not in Gujarati but in Hindi.
गुजरात का कर्ज तो चुका दिया है, अब हिंदुस्तान का कर्ज चुकाएं।
The stage was now set for Modi's formal elevation as the prime ministerial nominee. After the RSS BJP coordination meeting in September 2013, RSS chief Mohan Bhagwat told Advani and Sushma Swaraj there was no point in delaying the announcement, especially with the 4 key states going to the polls in December. Back then, it was believed Modi being projected as the PM candidate might make BJP an outcast. But as May 16th would have it, political pundits couldn't be more wrong. After a lot of lobbying in September 2013, Sushma Swaraj and Murli Manohar Joshi seemed to fall in line with the RSS call. But senior BJP leader Advani dug his heels in. But the decision was final. NDA allies were now told the BJP had chosen its face for 2014.
The Parliamentary Board of BJP met today and decided that Sri Narendra Modi will be our Prime Ministerial candidate for the coming Lok Sabha election.
In a show of unity, the BJP top brass turned up for the announcement. Only his guru, Advani, was missing, but the BJP had clearly moved past the party patriarch. Now there was no stopping the Modi juggernaut, with the Sangh, the party and the cadre fully behind him.
Well, that was the journey of Narendra Modi from being a chaiwala all the way to being sworn in as the Prime Minister today. But meanwhile, let's quickly take a look at the big news just coming in. Early on, we had told you that Vasundhara Raje is meeting with 25 MPs in Rajasthan. The meeting has come to an end, and Vasundhara Raje has clearly stated to all of them that they will get the chance next time. So it looks like the Rajasthan CM is ensuring that there's absolutely no problems within the party, within the state, and she stated to all Rajasthan MPs that the party needs us, and all the MPs, we understand, are leaving for Rashtrapati Bhavan in a bus. So all's well that ends well, quite clearly. Vasundhara Raje, it seems, had in fact convened that meet to put an end to all the talk within the party about representation. She's made it very clear that the party needs them at this point, and that all the Rajasthan MPs have left for Rashtrapati Bhavan in a bus now. My colleague Verghese joins us over the phone line with more information. Well, Verghese, it seems like Vasundhara Raje has managed to appease all the Rajasthan MPs.
Well, it seems to that she's been able to do the firefighting and also to pacify the irate 25 MPs of Rajasthan, and in fact she's gone to say that this is not the time to show the division or anything, that they will get a chance next time, and that they need to show their strength, and this is when the party requires them right now, and that it shouldn't be shown as a sign of disunity within the party just before the government could take it apart. So she's done the firefighting and she's pacified the MPs, and the MPs are now leaving for the swearing-in ceremony at Rashtrapati Bhavan at present, Akshita.
Verghese, thank you so much for joining us with all those details. Professor Datta, you had in fact stated that this is inevitable, but it looks like once again Vasundhara Raje has made it, has ensured that all is well within Rajasthan, and that they too will go ahead and be on board with Narendra Modi and enjoy this day.
Yes, you know, their credibility is something that they derive from being associated with Narendra Modi, right? If he is the leader who has gotten them elected, they can't be seen as, people who are clamoring for office, for political power. So they don't have a choice in that sense. But having said that, it is also important to recognize that politics, there is a symbolism associated with politics, which is to say, if Rajasthan, is not getting adequate representation, it will be perceived locally as a humiliation, as an insult to communities which have supported BJP so wholeheartedly in such large numbers. Just to give you an example from Karnataka, we have been following the news that not only Sadanand Gowda is taking office as a cabinet, taking oath as a cabinet minister, Adi Chunchanagiri Swamiji is attending the swearing-in ceremony. Right? What is the significance of a move like this? Whose support BJP desperately requires if it wants to grow in southern Karnataka? It is the dominant Vokaliga community. So these kinds of symbols or symbolic actions will gain a lot of credibility, will gain tremendous sympathy on the ground, and this will in the long run be very helpful for a party to grow. So for a party which has already gotten enormous support in Gujarat or Rajasthan or in Madhya Pradesh, just to keep people who are associated with the party, senior leaders who have been associated with parties, happy, their respect intact with their communities. But that is why it is so important to get representation, not because they'll be able to take tangible resources back to their states. Absolutely. And that will ensure all-round development. So there is that part, but more important is the symbolic significance of having access to power, being near to power, which is why all these actions become so important.
That's right, yeah. In fact, especially, Mr. Prasad, especially for a party like the Bharatiya Janata Party, which is often accused of polarizing and which is often accused of dividing and of being communal, it is all the more important to be symbolic of an inclusive government in the center.
So that's why you've been talking about only development and empowerment. This time, actually, the entire India has to redefine what is secularism. So I feel that Modi has been very clear that for him, every citizen of this country, irrespective of the political party, he wants to give development and empowerment of youth. So today I can say that the youth generation, 60% of the voters, never looks about which community they belongs. They all belongs to one community, that is Indian community.
You really think so? That 60% of the voters?
100%. And today why there is no dissidence? Because everybody has been elected because of Modi. And everybody wants one person who can take the Indian to more advantage, and by which he has shown action now. You can take example now, SAARC leader inviting, people thought he does know. But he has brought all the neighbors, foreign policy intact. Obama has invited him.
Right. We'll quickly go on to the big news that is just coming in. Nawaz will meet Atal Bihari Vajpayee before Modi's swearing-in ceremony. Well, this is the big news that is just coming in. Pakistan Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif to meet Atal Bihari Vajpayee before going in for Narendra Modi's swearing-in ceremony. Let's not forget that inviting Nawaz Sharif had itself raised several eyebrows, but looks like Narendra Modi has managed to convince everyone, including the Shiv Sena, and now Nawaz Sharif will also be going ahead and meeting Atal Bihari Vajpayee.
Absolutely. In fact, it was considered the unthinkable, but Nawaz Sharif will be there and he will be going ahead and meeting with Atal Bihari Vajpayee as well. It is a two-day visit. After the swearing-in ceremony, he and Modi will hold talks, and after that as well, he will be meeting with President Pranab Mukherjee. Quickly now, let's take a look at what Narendra Modi has tweeted. He's gone on to state, I am glad and honored that people from all walks of life will join this swearing-in ceremony. I welcome them. A big thank you to all friends who will be viewing the ceremony on TV and through social media. A man who's always ensured he reaches all the masses, even hours before his swearing in. He's managed to go ahead and tweet thanking everyone, stating that their constant support and blessings mean a lot, and also going ahead and welcoming everyone from across the country who will be witnessing this event on their television screens. Definitely a nice gesture out there by Narendra Modi. He's gone on to welcome everyone, thank them for the support, stating that at the end of the day, it means a lot to him. Coming to you, Mr. Krasta, earlier we saw, of course, Nawaz Sharif will be meeting with Atal Bihari Vajpayee. A lot of people spoke about that invitation itself. They were saying that to a great extent, Pakistan was very taken aback by the fact that Narendra Modi had gone ahead and extended such an invite.
I think I told you he is taking up some clue from Vajpayee. Vajpayee is a person who has taken a bus to Lahore.
Exactly.
So that kind of understanding he had developed then. And at that time, Nawaz Sharif was their Prime Minister. So the same Prime Minister, Nawaz Sharif, now when he has come up, before going to swearing in, now he wants to see Atal Bihari Vajpayee. So it's a good gesture. So it is a good sign for the neighboring countries.
Exactly.
Now,
do you think it will help in establishing a rapport?
And what Nawaz Sharif's daughter has tweeted yesterday is why we are acting like South and North Korea, India and Pakistan. Why can't we as a European Union? And if our SAARC countries can join together, the business will grow like enormous. I think all SAARC countries need us. Apart from we also need them as a brethren. So in any economic forum or rather economic country, you can't fight each other on the border.
And Modi has realized that.
He realized that. So that is the purpose of calling as an opportunity as a swearing ceremony is called all the SAARC countries region
It's
heads.
very symbolic.
Very symbolic. Very symbolic. First time in the history. So that means with kind of swearing ceremony, when they are present, now he is going to such kind of ceremony there, and the protocol, and if it's done, economy automatically will grow.
Absolutely.
100% it will grow.
It's definitely begun on a very good note.
It is a really a different type of move Narendra Modi has done it.
Absolutely. Quickly, of course, what you're seeing on your screens there is Pakistani Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif actually leaving the hotel, making his way, of course, to meet Atal Bihari Vajpayee. After that, he will make his way to Rashtrapati Bhavan for the swearing-in ceremony. So he is leaving his hotel. Yes, Mr. Krasa.
Last time we had a Pakistani delegation. That Pakistani delegation consisting of about 18 people. They have visited Kasia, Small Scale Industry Association. They visited FKCCI. The love and the eagerness they have, believe it.
There's a lot of misconception about the relationship.
And one-to-one human being, they have so much of love towards Indians.
Exactly.
And Pakistanis. And any Indian when he goes to Pakistan, the way they look
exactly.
after, the hospitality they give is enormous.
Right, and also
it's only politics which has spoiled.
And someone like Narendra Modi has not only managed to take the bold step of sending out this invitation, but even convince something like the Shiv Sena, which are so against Pakistan, which have made some really shocking statements against Pakistan.
Why was Shiv Sena? RSS?
The Shiv Sena has gone on to state that Nawaz Sharif should be given a chance.
Ally. RSS, they are kept quiet. They have to keep quiet. Because Modi's stand here, one should appreciate that. See, although you can't survive having an enemy neighbor, you can't survive. And the amount of money spent by Pakistani on arms and ammunition and Indians is something like India's defense budget 3,75,000 crores. Pakistani budget 1,75,000 crores. And if the whole that 6 lakhs of crores put on development, we become number one in the whole country. I'm sorry, globe. Whole world. So these are all the thinking trade industry is looking for. If the whole same budget put for development and become the bye-bye neighborhood, why not?
Right. Professor Datta, you have a point to make with regards to Nawaz Sharif. Quickly, Professor Datta.
I have a slightly more cynical take on this. I'm not so sanguine. Nothing has changed on the ground. But I do want to say this. This is a nice gesture. This is more like, we invite everybody to a marriage ceremony that we organize, even our enemies, even our, distant friends. So this is a happy occasion when you invite everybody. If UPA had done this, if EPA 1 or EPA 2 leaders, Congress leaders had attempted to do this, then all hell would have broken loose.
Absolutely.
What gives BJP the cover to do this is a simple thing. Their aggressive, militant, masculine, nationalist policy. That gives them the cover to pull it off. Right? So let's not pretend as if things have changed dramatically. They haven't. But on the other hand, even while Vajpayee was the Prime Minister, both Musharraf